rising to you and also you. I am StarzTina, and I want to welcome you to the 7 a.m. cup of motivation. If you didn't know, I am your life and health coach, that person that's going to take you from good to great to amazing. And if this is your first time, I want to welcome you. Run on over to the YouTube channel and click subscribe, because every time you come to this show, you're going to get that morning motivation, that's going to get you excited, that's going to get you going for the day. Yes, yes. But we all know, family and friends, the motivation does not last that long. You have that motivation, and it's here when you're at the gym, when you're listening to motivational speakers, but then it leaves when you're gone, right? That's where the inspiration comes to play. So when you come here, we're going to inspire you to think big times 10. And the way you get to that inspiration is tapping super deep into your why. And then once you got the motivation, once you got the inspiration, we're going to transform your life. When it comes to your mind, everything starts right here, family and friends. Your mind, your body, your soul, everything. And I am so excited about today's guest. This is your 7 a.m. cup of motivation. And the theme for the next 4 weeks is all about our health and wellness summit. Before we get to that summit, I just want to let you know this Saturday, I have an event coming up. It's called Elevate Your Business. Whether you're a mother, whether you're a real estate person, whether you're a teacher, whomever, maybe you're a housewife, that is your business. This event on Saturday is all about mindset. I want to invite you to come through, because the speakers that are going to be sharing their stories are going to tell you how they shifted their mind to take their business and their life to the next level. With that being said, September 22nd, we are having our very first Traumedy No More for Kids Health and Wellness Expo. This is happening in Rahway, New Jersey. And some of you are like, Traumedy, you said that word wrong. No, I did not. A traumedy is when the energies of a trauma and a tragedy collide. When this happens, your life changes. Everything changes. And unfortunately, children get overseen by this thing. Parents, they have some parents don't have time and they just kind of go. So this event is all for the children. Yes, parents can be inspired as well, but it's for the children. Alisa, the voice of our theme song. Yay, thank you. That's so true. We have a theme song, guys. I love our theme song. It is called I Am Amazing. I want to invite you to teach your children I am statements. I am statements are things that you say that keep you thriving, that keep you going. I am amazing. I am strong. I can do all things through Christ. All that great stuff, right? But this event teaches children how to tap into their feelings, those uncomfortable feelings that a lot of people run away from, like anxiety, like stress, like depression. And it starts with little things like maybe you can't get your school locker fixed. Maybe you don't like the way your hair looks. And then it kind of graduates from the anxiety to the stress. You're stressing because what if I don't get good grades in school? And then it might get into depression. So we're teaching the children how to tap into these feelings by doing things like breath work, like dancing, like playing video games, all that sort of stuff. And at this event, we have over 23 enrichment activities, different things that children can do, again, to tap into those feelings and teach them how to push through. Can you just imagine if you were a child and you were heard, you were able to share how you feel, you were able to express how you feel and get it out in a healthy way? Some people don't do that. So not only, family and friends, do we have these enrichment activities, we're going to have food trucks. Again, it's happening 11:30 Sunday, September 22nd. It's absolutely free. I definitely want to thank all of our sponsors coming through. We have the town of Rahway. We have PJ Screening, who's doing our t-shirts. We've got so many sponsors. I just, again, want to thank them all. But today it's about the vendors. And if you're watching this and you're like, hey, I have a great product, that'll be great, come on through. I would love to have 20, 25 vendors, and we have a huge room. We're at the rec center. So the left side of the gym is going to be all about the vendors. On the right side, that's where we're going to have some of the activities. And there's going to be between 3 to 500 people coming through this event throughout the day, because we have so many things going on, right? So if you're in the Rahway area, not even that, right? You can be in Maryland, you can be in New York. Come on over. We have 2 DJs today, but today I want to talk about the vendors. And I have a special guest coming through. Bring her through, Renee. I am so super excited, family and friends. Hey, girl. Hey, how you doing? How you feeling?
Good, thank you. I'm doing good.
Yay! So I want to introduce you all to Melissa. I have known Melissa since I started my fitness career. Melissa, I don't know if you know this, girlfriend, but when I was teaching at the oh, Lord of Mercy, what was the name of that place?
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse, yes. When I was teaching there, that was the very first fitness classes like that I taught. Did you know that?
Who could tell? I mean, you were full of motivation, full of energy. That was your first. Wow, that's
Yes,
amazing.
that was my first, and we went hard, guys. I mean,
We
how
had
many days?
good
How many
workout
days a week was
sessions,
it?
3 days a week. Yeah.
It was 3 days. Yeah, I loved it there. We would be outside throwing tires, freaking jumping all over. You thought we were running up and down the street one time. It was so much fun. But
Yeah.
Melissa has been a part of a lot of the events we've done for the Molly Gaines program, and this is inspired all for my son. And Melissa does a lot of things. So I want you to first talk about the fitness. All right, are you still staying fit? Do you think it's important? Because I want everyone to just realize, no matter what you do in life, you got to move your body. You got to stay healthy. So are you still on the fitness TikTok kick? Tell us a
Uh,
little bit about that.
yes, I am actually still 3 days a week, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. I'm with another trainer. His name is Damien. We are actually gonna start to go outside next week. Well, September. Uh, yeah, we've been in the basement of a church here in East Orange, and it's he's tough too, like
Is
you,
it
like a
just the
drill
two of you?
sergeant.
I love it. Is it a
No,
class or
it's
is it
a
just?
class. It's
Oh
a
my gosh!
class.
Give him
It's
a shout
about
out. Give him a shout out. Tell him where it is. All
It's
that good
about
stuff.
10 of us. His name is Damian Banks. He teaches, like I said, at in East Orange, at Messiah Baptist Church. We're there Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 7 to 8 p.m. He's all about fitness as well as health and wellness. So after our workouts, we have our protein shakes that he makes for us. It's all a part of the fee in which he provides. It's just amazing.
I
Yeah, I'm
love it,
still trying to do the burpees and kind of moving
girl.
tires and the ropes and
After 50, I'm like, okay, we're gonna do some walkouts. It's okay for the burpees. So two
I've got
things.
you. I've got you a little higher than that, but I'm still
First, I want
keeping
to
up.
say I'm so proud of you for continuing, right? Because a lot of
Yeah,
people will
yeah,
start and stop and start and stop. And you got to remember, it's a process, it's fitness thing. When you get over 40, when you get over 50, guys, things change, right? So I'm so stinking proud of you for doing that.
yeah.
So I
Thank
always have to
you.
start with the fitness. So hopefully, if you're in it's in Newark, or what town is he in?
East Orange.
Oh, East Orange. She did say that. East
Yeah.
Orange area,
Hmm.
hit him up. Alrighty. So
Yeah.
next, we're
Yeah.
gonna go into what you do full time, because not everyone, but a lot of people have a side hustle. Side hustles are fun, right? One reason why I love side hustles is because you get to meet other people, right? I don't know if you know, Melissa. I recently moved to Florida. I know nobody here. Okay, when I first got here, July 3rd, I got here. I knew nobody here. But I said, you know what? I'm going to find myself community. I'm actually outside my church right now. You can see Radiant Church behind me. They have a business event this morning, 7 to 9, for business entrepreneurs. So from this, I'm going straight there. So I found a church because I'm like, I got to find community, right? And then I found
Hmm.
a running club. I went there. It's Saturdays and Tuesdays, forcing myself into the community. But the side hustle sometimes got to make you some money, right? The side hustle's got to make you some money. So I got another little side. Well, I have another side hustle I do. I started working at this boutique. Girl, I absolutely love it. I feel like,
Oh,
I'm the
nice.
stylist, I'm the this, I'm the that. But tell us about your main thing you do now, real estate. Because I used to do real estate myself. Do you love it? Do you like us? Tell us where you work, all that great stuff about it.
So I work with the Wyckoff Realtors. I'm in Short Hills, New Jersey.
Oh, she fancy. She fancy.
I love it. Real estate is something that always had an affinity for. I wanted to do real estate, but I needed to have something solid and get benefits and all of that. So I spent 28 years helping, the way I like to say this, helping students help themselves find employment opportunities. And it just makes sense now that I'm working in real estate because I'm helping people not no longer find their dream jobs, but their dream homes. And so it's just, a matter of, growth, as I like to say. And like you said about side hustles, I've been an entrepreneur at heart all of my life. Like I said, while I worked 28 years at university, I've always had side hustles. Well, I'm selling clothing,
I love it.
now
Before we get to your
jewelry.
before we get to your side hustle, let's get back to your main jam. So you're a real
Okay.
estate agent in Short Hills with
Yes.
Weichert Realty. Do you like selling the homes, like getting listings, or do you like taking people out and finding them a home? Which do you like best?
Um,
If you had to choose.
well, I would, if I had to choose, I would love to sell more homes. But I work with the whole gamut. I work with sellers, buyers, and renters as well.
Oh, you
Yeah,
heard that, guys. You heard that, right? Renters. Because usually they don't do the renters. I know about that from when I was in
yeah,
Jersey. It's just like, what
yeah,
so if you're
yeah.
watching this and now, is it only Short Hills? What county is that by? Is that Essex County?
No, that's Essex County. So I work throughout Essex County and Union County as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
So if you're watching this and you want to buy a home, you want to rent a home, you want to rent or whatever, hit
yeah.
up
Sell a
Melissa.
home. Yep.
So I
Call
want
me.
you to share. She says, "Call me, call me." I want you to share a story from one of your clients because I used to do real estate as well, and it was fun. I remember I used to take my kids with me to see the really nice homes, and that's why I think my son had big
Mhm.
dreams. Like we weren't in a nice big home, so I would take them to all these listings. I remember my very first open house. My daughter still makes fun of me to this day because nobody came to the open house. We're just sitting there with our little snacks and everything. But again, I loved it. What's one thing that you absolutely love about real estate?
Well, I'd have to say the open house, like today's Thursday, so there's broker opens. Yeah, you get to see some of the most fascinating, beautiful landscapes and homes. That's probably my favorite. I'll be doing an open house this Sunday. So if anybody in the New Jersey area is near Livingston, I'll be hosting an open house
Mm,
this Sunday. You can check out my webpage for more details. But yeah, just sitting beautiful homes and hopefully getting buyers to come in and sign with me. Yeah, it's fascinating. I
I love it.
absolutely love it.
I love it. So you see the link right there. And the
And
best
like
thing
you
you want to
said,
do,
meeting new people is just is
and it's got to feel great to give someone that home they've been looking for. Like I kind of love, I had a client, they were selling one home, which was small, and they wanted to upgrade. So
yeah.
it's got to feel good to help them transition. Do you have any stories that you want to share that just make you feel so good in your heart? Like, ooh, I changed their life or anything like that?
Well, I did have a client, and this person was renting. Whereas she had to move and she needed to stay in the area in which she was living because her kids were in school there and they were the seniors and a junior, and so we had to make it happen, and we did. So we found an apartment that was listed, and I wrote the most amazing, and she had an amazing story, so it wasn't anything that I really did, but I just focused on her story and provided that information to the listing agent and the homeowner, and she got the property. She got the offer to rent this space, and she was just thrilled. And so too was I, because she was an amazing person, had just a traumedy in her life, and some people might have held that against her, but because she had an amazing agent to work with her and provide her story, because some people are kind of standoffish, like they don't want to tell everybody what they're going through. Um, and sometimes it could be heartwarming, and people will say, okay, and she's a good person and can afford the space, but because of traumedies in our lives, things happen. And but she was excited, and so too was I, to
I love
make it,
that. So
you
it
know,
sounds to
yeah.
me, from what I'm hearing, Melissa, is you are that agent that's really going to listen to the customer, really speak to their heart, and give them what they need. Would I be correct in saying that?
Exactly. Yes,
Wonderful.
indeed.
So again, if you're watching this and you're looking to buy a home, you want to sell a home, because there's so many realtors out there. But I love how you're leading with your heart. You're leading with faith, and you're like, I don't know. Tap into my girl Melissa, okay? Tap into her to sell your home, to buy your home, to get your rental. Now we're gonna turn. Ouch. Sorry. Now we're gonna turn over to our side hustle, side hustle, ooh, side hustle, side hustle. She is one of the vendors at our event. Tell us how you got into it. I absolutely love your jewelry. I'm ready to start buying. Working at this boutique, girl, I'm so into jewelry now. Before I wasn't. Now I'm like, okay, I need pieces. What I want you to do, if you can, is take some pictures of some stuff you'll have at the event. This way we can start rolling them out now, because, like I said, it's going to be 2 to 500 people there, and maybe you can get some pre-orders, because I want to pre-order so you can say, okay, put this on the
Okay.
side for me, that whole thing. But tell us how you got started in it and what you do.
Well, I love jewelry as well, and just being an entrepreneur at heart. I have always bought wholesale and sold retail something, some item,
She said
and
something.
some item, and so with jewelry, I was it was just a sort of a phase in my life where I just love jewelry. So I went to the city and like, what am I gonna do? Like, do I do clothes again? And so we came up with jewelry, and here we are. It's and what I love most about doing the vending events is that, like you said, you meet new people all the time, and maybe my jewelry isn't something that they aspire to have at that point in time, but it's making the connections, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
so I have my cards there as well, and let them know that I also do real estate, and so it's one way or another, we're making connections. And it's just that, to me, is everything.
I love that. Something
That
I've
to me is
learned by
everything.
working in this boutique, they not only have clothes, but he has a lot of jewelry there. And I'm
Hmm.
excuse me, guys, I got my hair taken out yesterday, so I'm really not used to hair in my face. I'm just like, something that I've learned from working in this boutique that I love is there's different styles, right? And I
Hmm.
love to say hello, like you're gonna see me before you're gonna see me and feel my energy before I say anything. So my clothes, my everything has to say that, right? And you need jewelry in order to do that. And I
Hmm.
love sharing new things with people, like, oh my gosh, I would never wear that. I'm like, give it a shot, put it on. And they see it, and it can totally change an outfit completely.
Right.
Let me tell you, girl, I'll come to
Yeah.
work and just like I had like a black jumper on, romper, and I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do? Okay, I might do red, I might do yellow, I might do gold. It just changes everything up instantly. And
That
for
it does.
example, I don't have a red lip with me, but you can change an outfit like that with a red lip, like
Hmm.
that with a poppin' earring, with a necklace, with a bracelet, with a ring, just like all these things. For myself, this is something that these right here, this is my staple. My rings, and I lost this one in California, my thumb ring. So if you got some cool thumb rings, send me some pictures of all your rings, because I need a nice, fancy thumb.
Yeah, yeah.
But my
And
point is,
that's
it can
that's part
change
of
the
what
look.
I do as well. I like statement pieces. That way you're not going to see yourself coming and going. So yeah, that's part of my specialty, are to present statement pieces that will allow you to stand and pop out, like you say.
Yes, yes. What are now? Do you like, if you had to pick, what you're on a deserted island, all right, and you're just there chilling, and you get one piece of jewelry one type of jewelry that you can have consistently? Is it earrings? Is it a necklace? Is it a bracelet? Is it an anklet? Is it what is it, that one piece that you want to have with you all the time?
Definitely is going to be earrings. Yeah, but because I'm on a deserted island, I might want to have an anklet too.
like that. A little anklet just to like, look at that. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, with this event, I'm not sure if you've heard us talking about it. It's all about the children. And I have the vendors here because we have all sorts of people coming and I want everyone to be entertained. So, from what you've heard about the event, what are you most excited about? Do you know what's going on with the event? Talk to me.
Well, I know all of the events that have the title Molly Gaines have been fascinating to just see and hear the stories of the kids that have, been motivated by you and or the fella that motivated Molly to do all the great things
Yes.
that he had done in his life. It's just it's wonderful. It's heartwarming. It's you're like heaven sent, Tina. I mean, I just watch you over the years continue to grow and like they say, glow up.
I love it. I
You
love
know,
it.
it's just, and you're helping so many people. It's wonderful.
And again, I'm just so grateful. Like every time I'm seeing you, it brings me back to those clubhouse days, right? That's why I say it's
Hmm.
very important to have those connections, to have those collaborations, right? That had to be easily how many years ago? At least, well, I started
Uh,
2014 is when I started. So like 2015, 2000, it had to be 15 because 16 was Jamal. So back then,
yeah.
that's how long I've actually known you. And you've been working out. We've been doing it. I love it. I love it. I love it. How's your daughter doing, by the way?
She's doing good. She just graduated from university in
Oh
May.
my gosh,
Yes,
really?
trying to find employment still, but
Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. I remember when she was just a little. Gosh, time just flies, people. Alrighty,
yeah,
so this is
yeah,
the
it
7
does.
a.m. cup of motivation. This is Melissa. She's a realtor. Her side hustle is jewelry. She's selling jewelry. She's going to be at our event Sunday, September 22nd. Your mountaintop moment is coming up, Teresa. Here you go. Why did I say Teresa? I don't even know it, Teresa. Sorry about that, Melissa. There's so many things going on in my head. I'm probably thinking about it, Teresa. So, your mountaintop moment. What would you say to the world? This is your moment. If you had to say one thing to empower, to uplift, to motivate, to energize the world, you have 1 minute. What would you say?
I'd say to continue to believe in yourself, to know that where you are isn't where you may or may not be always where you are. To where you are today may not be your final point, right? You can always dream bigger and aspire to do more and have more. And that's all about what I aspire to do. Dream
I
big
love
and
it. I
have
love
more.
it. Big, big times 10. You can never have enough, right? Thank you so
Yeah,
much for rolling through to the 7 a.m. I can't wait to see you Sunday, September 22nd. I ask of
looking
you,
forward to it.
Melissa, to promote, share the word, get some
Hmm.
children. If you know some groups, some communities in the area, just give them an invite. Tell them this is something free. We're going to have a gaming truck. We're going to have dancers. We're going to have all sorts of fun stuff happening. If anyone wants to change their mindset so that they can have a better future, this is the event they want to come to because we're going to teach you lifelong skills that you can use forever. Thank you for rolling through it today, Melissa. All right, family and friends. Sorry for that noise. I'm going to move over just a bit as we take our inspirational moment to get out of here. Inspirational moment of the day. Are you ready? Push through. I'm going to say I've learned something this past week in regards to pain and traumedy. Traumedy is when the energies of a trauma and tragedy collide, life changing experiences happen. And it happens to everyone all the time. I've had clients say to me, but why, God? Why did this happen? Well, why did this happen? Everybody happens to them, right? It's called life. And yesterday, as I was talking to my therapist, we were talking about relationships and my relationships with men. And she was like, well, Tina, look at how you were taught how to love, right? Your relationship with men. And my dad did an amazing job when it comes to teaching me how to love, how to be loved, right? So then I was just like, so then, I started getting a little emotional. It's been 30 years since 30 years since my father passed away. And I'm like, so I'm just going to be sad or thinking about it for the, traumatized the rest of my life. And she said, no, Tina, you have to learn a new normal, a new life. Like, accept the way it is. Even though it's been 30 years, I can't say, oh, I've been abandoned, because that's what I believe may have been my issue in the past, was because my father passed away, because my son was murdered. In my mind, men leave me, men abandon me, but that's not true. And you have to realize what happens in your life. What lens are you looking through, right? Your glasses, what does it look like? Is it clear? Because if it was clear, I'm not going to blame God. It's just life, right? So today I want to invite you to just look at things a little bit differently and realize there's ups, there's downs, there's up, there's just live in this moment right here. As I hear the cars go back and forth, it's not a highway, but it sounds like a highway, right? Live in this moment where you are. Enjoy every single person around you. I cannot wait to hug my Jesus friend when I see her. That would be Renee, by the way. I cannot wait to grab my niece and spin her around and hug my mother. And, so embrace every single moment like it's your last. Thank you for rolling through here today. I am StarzTina, that person that's going to take you from good to great to amazing. If you're looking for a life coach, if you're looking for a health coach, if you're looking for a fitness community, join our tribe today. I'll see you tomorrow on Breakfast with Champions. We're not going to be on YouTube. We will be on Instagram. So I'll see you mañana. Peace. And a bottle of hair grease. Bye. See ya.